Everyone, welcome back to my channel. It is your girl Paris the Empress. I'm here again with another video for you guys. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, as well as follow me on my social media. In any event, let's get into today's video. So today's video will basically consist of when and where to shut down plus safety. Now the last part, safety, is going to basically pertain to a lot of my female truckers, those of you who just got your CDL upgraded and are solo, and it is probably in your first month or your first week, and you just wanted the idea of different places that you can go. Sorry, my phone's dying. Different places that you can go. And this is definitely a good reference. As I always mention, any of my veteran drivers, if y'all can add to the list, or you know any other places, even in different states, that could actually help, be sure to just put them in the comments down below of what it is that you've learned. Now, let's start with time of day. So when to shut down. Obviously, SEEE, start early and early. If you can start your day early, you can end it early. So if you can start your day at around 2 o'clock in the morning, if you have a load, that depending on what time the load picks up, but ideally if you could start it sometime early, or start your driving when you have to end up going to a receiver early, because depending on how you get your first load, it will set the tone of what time of day you're going to end up driving. So my week so far has been good because I've been doing a lot of night driving. So I ended up having a load that didn't pick up until sometime in the evening, but I didn't have to drop it off until the morning. So that meant I had to do night driving a lot. So if you can do things like that, then you wouldn't really have to worry too much about parking at all. The main problem is trying to find places that are good in the middle of the day. Anytime before 6 p.m., at least from what I've experienced, anytime before 6 or 7 p.m. is really the best time to find a lot of parking spaces. So yeah, sometimes at 6 or 7 you can really luck out and find a lot of different spots, but you can find way more if you end up driving in the morning. Well, if you end up driving at night and you end your day in the morning. So keep that in mind. Consider doing night driving, as much as you may not want to, as fatigued as you end up getting. Well, obviously if you end up getting fatigued, try to find somewhere to go. Even if it's a parking area, even if it's a picnic area, even if it's a rest area, and I'm going to be talking about that later too. Even if it's one of those places, try to find somewhere to park if you are fatigued, and then start your day up again, or however many driving hours you have on the clock. So definitely do that, because honestly, you are going to have some days where you have to drive until 6 or 7 in the afternoon. Well, no, 6 or 7 in the evening, and sometimes you have to drive until 6 or 7 in the morning. That's just how it is, and you don't stop until later on in the afternoon. So keep all of that in mind. Another thing that I wanted to discuss is just piggybacking off of what it is that I was saying before. If you're in a situation to where your day ends later on, where to shut down. Not just picnic areas, not just rest areas. If you can find a terminal that's within reach, or on the way of where you're going within the state that you're in, go to that terminal. Depending on how your company's policy is, they may not want you to go over a certain amount of miles. I believe for Swift, they don't want you going over 200 miles from what I've been told. They want you to stay under that particular amount. So if you can find a terminal within your company's policy, definitely go to that terminal. Or yeah, within your company's policy, definitely go to that terminal. There's always going to end up being parking, no matter what time of the day there is, or no matter what time of the day it is. Actually, let me say that. Another thing, can't find a terminal, go to a truck stop. Now, the truck stop is full. The next best thing, or your next best bet, your next best bet is going to be a Ma&pop truck stop. I know some of them are really shisty. If you can find a good one, go to that one. If you're hesitant about it, or if you're unsure, try a service plaza. Try that. I know that there's a service plaza. I think it's in Winnedot. I'm not sure if I said that right, but it's in Ohio, and they have free showers there. They have a vending. The only thing that you may have to pay for is if you don't have any toiletries, or if you don't have any soap or anything like that, then they do have a vending machine. They do have a vending machine that you can end up going to and just purchasing all of those things. So definitely try that. Another thing, if you cannot find a service plaza, or if the service plaza is full, then again, rest area, picnic area, parking area, autoplexes, some of those. You can also end up trying a dirt lot. Now, in terms of a dirt lot in the resting area or rest areas, me personally, I prefer resting areas more so than a dirt lot. A dirt lot would be my last resort. And the reason why is because with a rest area, you are going to automatically be under a lot. With a rest area, you are automatically going to be under a light. They have restrooms there. They have all of that. Now, depending on what dirt lot you go to, I know that there's a dirt lot in Searcy, Arkansas, that's right across from a Love's. Those I don't have a problem with. If you can find one that's across from a truck stop, then that's your best bet. But in terms of a dirt lot that has no truck stop across from it, that has no sort of facilities, I mean, most of them don't, that is just bare, no lighting or anything like that, those are the ones that I'm talking about to stay away from. Stay away from those. If you can find a dirt lot that charges you, sometimes that's the best thing to end up doing, is because of the fact that they are going to have your back, and there's a specific place that they are going to have female truckers park. So look out for those. In terms of safety, again, y'all, depending on your policy, your company's policies of what they allow you to have to defend yourself, get something. Even if it's mace, even if it's pepper spray, if you can carry a knife, carry a knife. Now, the thing about an actual gun is so tricky because you need to have permits for those. There's so much with those. That could be a risk. It can. But if you read up on the different states' laws and everything like that, and your company allows it, do that. Also, if your team, possibly not solo, go with your partner anywhere at night. What I mean by team in this case, like if you have a dog or something like that, not a human, go with your dog at night, so that way they can end up protecting you. That's also really tricky because of the fact that some people, when they see a pet, that's when they see that as an invitation to ask you a whole bunch of questions. So be careful. keep to yourself. Keep to yourself. It's okay to be warm and inviting, but you need to know when to be warm and inviting. You can't just throw a smile to everybody. You can't just say hi to everybody. When you're at the terminal, okay, that's different. But when you're at a truck stop, I'm not saying just look mean like you're gonna attack somebody, but be cautious, be vigilant, be aware. Be aware. And the reason why I say that all the more is because of the fact that human trafficking in this industry, I didn't realize that actually really existed until I came into this industry. But it is rampant out here. It is. Be careful. Really, really, honestly, be careful. Research some of the places that you go to. If somebody asks you if you are solo or team, even if you have to, and this is some of the things that I do. When I end up going to a truck stop, I close my curtain. The reason why I close my curtain is because I don't need anybody knowing if anybody's back there. If you don't know me, you really don't know whether I have somebody back there or not. But if somebody asks me if I'm solo or team, I tell them that I'm team, especially if I pick up a vibe from them. Seriously. And you have to do that. Not all the times, but people will leave you alone when you tell them that you're team. Well, honestly, even if you have to tell them, oh, well, yeah, my boyfriend, he's actually gonna be getting his CDL and we're gonna team. If you let it slip that you're solo, tell them that your partner is going to end up teaming with you. Just anything so that way they can leave you alone. Now that last part is not just pertaining to females, it's pertaining to males as well. But y'all be careful. That's all I have for today. I'm thinking about doing, and I feel like I always end my video where I'm always thinking about what I'm gonna do next. I'm thinking about going live on Instagram. I don't know. We'll see. But I'll see you in the next video.